Good morning. 154,058 signed petitions is what I would need to go on the ballot. At 10 cents a verification, that would cost me $15,405.80. Understand that I am looking to be a write-in candidate. I had to definitely think about how that looks and how you're able to do that. Because quite frankly, our people who run for governor, they had to visit all 120 counties and get, on average, about 1,100 signatures per county, on average. So I started thinking, that is some serious notoriety. Because you also would have needed roughly around 150,000 petitions to get on the ballot and not have your name written in. Because there's always a blank space to have your name written in according to the petitions guidebook. So that's what I'm looking for. Not even kind of, because I'm gonna need the notoriety within the next 2 years. I'm gonna have to amass no less than 4 million people that know my name. No less than 4 million people in the next 2 years. So that puts me at a goal of 2 million this year that just simply know my name. Also, I have told you that I will never ask for a dime. And why is that important? I'm going to define what a regular citizen is right now based on anyone that wants to get into a government position and be able to have the finances. It costs $15,405.80 to get your petitions verified. I want every citizen who watches this to ask yourself, would you have to take out a loan in order to get those verifications done? Now, I want you to also remember that Florida, not too long ago, removed themselves from the system that checks to make sure that voters are legit. So when you go to send your certificates in, and understand where I'm coming from, when you go to send your petitions in to be verified, if those verifications come back and say, no, these individuals are not verified, you have to go out and find more people and get more verifications until you get 154,058 petitions verified. And you do not get your money back when they are going to verify those petitions and make sure, again, from the 2020 election, there were roughly 7,700,000 registered voters in Florida that voted. So if you send those petitions in, you still have to have the funding to do that again. So if they came back to a regular citizen, again, that's an individual that you have to be grossing. You have to be grossing easily $10,000 a month. That's gross income. That's after your bills. Really take this into consideration in order to not have to take out a loan, to make sure that you can cover down for being able to send in those petitions. So I have to make sure that at least 2 million people this year, at minimum, know my name and just want to give me a shot at representing them. That's it. 2 million this year, 2 million next year puts me in the running to ensure that I'm a tough person to battle against. And it's very important, because if you make me your representative, understand, I do not want my language or my rhetoric to change. I want to represent the majority of the people and not from my own personal views. I want to institute legislation that gives you the opportunity to direct our future as we go forward. I don't want you to wake up in the middle of the night and see that taxes have been raised or that we couldn't lower inflation or put something in place to kind of slow this down and help us at a state level until we figure out what the heck is going on at the federal level. Now I've looked at different statutes. One of the statutes that I'm really pressed about right now is the statute talking about putting the state in a state of emergency. If you were to put a state in a state of emergency in Florida, it regulates price gouging. And I think that that's something that should have been done or needs to still be done during these inflation times until we actually can believe the data based on what's coming out and then what we're going to the store to see. Yahoo Finance dropped a article about 2 days ago that said inflation is going down. Yet I went to the store, bought 5 articles that I know good and well shouldn't have cost no $92. That's just a fact. So if the information we're seeing is not what's being put out, but it doesn't make it false, that's the problem. The data is going to support the individual that's putting it out in their cause. And you're going to have to decide whether or not what you see with your own eyes and what you're being told is what you're going to believe in. That's just it. So I'm trying to run to ensure that I help the majority of the people that are wanting to trust their eyes. Hey, this is what's coming out. This is what's being explained to us. This is what they're asking for our input in before they go in to make a vote. That's the way I want to run this state. My website for governor of Florida, when I become governor, will have polls that are put out to let you know exactly what we are going to vote on. And we're going to do the best job we can to filter down everything that you need to know, the pros and the cons. The cons are the most important because you have to understand that there is no easy solution here. And I am not here to tell you that we're going to provide a simplistic solution. Right now, I am running for a position and running in a position that's going to decide whether or not the average citizen who does not gross $10,000 a month can beat out the oligarchy system, a system of finance that is influencing how we are running our states and this country. That is what my primary goal is. It's to put power back into the citizens' hands so that you can guide this state and country in a direction that is healthy for all of us. You may hear the term pop into your head. Oh, he's a socialist. I absolutely believe that there is a place for socialism and capitalism. You can go back and look at my videos on socialism and capitalism. There is a place for it. Either one needs to be balanced, and it has to be balanced by the citizens. When I come up to represent you, but you're not able to reach out to me and give me your opinion in a way that you start seeing that your opinion is weighted. Instead, I take the simple fact that you vote for me and I go out here and make my own choices. That's not right. And I need to maintain a level of checks and balances. So as I go through these next 2 years to fight to get on this ballot, to get my name written in by over 4 million citizens, you need to be listening strong to everything I'm saying. Because if you find out, or if my terms start to change, or I start to become selfish in my terminology, or the message I'm pushing, you need to check me on that. Because we need to put checks and balances back into our government. And it has to start here. And it has to start with you and me. And it needs to be a representative that wants to be checked by the people. That's me, governor, running to be policed and checked by the people. You guys have a great day.